All right, guys, that was a beautiful 1 to 6.7 trade on gold. We entered on the 5 minute time frame, but we also utilized the 4 hour time frame. Okay, and this is the power of the VWAP. Not only that, but the power of the GFX bitch candle, right? Because if you're looking at every single one of these moves down, 1, 2, 3, right? Not one of these candles here is a bitch candle. Why is it not a bitch candle? This one here is a bitch candle. Okay, so 7:40, but that's before my entry time. I'm not allowed to enter before 8 a.m. right? I don't like entering before 8 a.m. because a lot of the time what will happen is that if you look at so 8 a.m. here, okay, a lot of the time, not this time, but most of the time, what will happen is London will just come up and take the high and then drop or continue down in whichever direction. Maybe if it's bullish, it will take the low and then move up. Okay, so it'll often take the Frankfurt high. Now this time it didn't. So what I've utilized here, okay, is basically we've got the daily VWAP, okay, and I was expecting price maybe to come up into this area as explained in the video this morning. I was hoping that we'd move up into this area or potentially even higher before dropping down, but that's not the case, right? And because maybe gold had already moved 650 pips, I think, this morning, we were quite far away from all the VWAPs and the support. So what I did was I anchored a VWAP here on the Frankfurt Open, okay? And what you can see obviously is as it came down, it's acted as support here, come down into this 1 hour level. It's again acted as support, acted as support, acted as support. It looks like it's breaking through, but this area here is the London opening range. Okay, so the London opening range runs from 7:30 through to 8 a.m., which is when London officially opens. Okay, so if you, for example, break away from it, that area will also act as support. So we've got a couple of areas of support here to which were giving me the confluence that we're going to continue down, right? If you look a little bit closer, we've also got like head and shoulders here, okay? And if you were on the live stream, I said to the live stream that if we get this kind of pattern and then a new 4 hour open, we could enter on a 4 hour candle flip. Okay, so what is a 4 hour candle flip? Well, if we just take a quick look at TradingView, okay, so this is the 4 hour, okay, and this was the previous 4 hour. So I'm trying to line everything up at the same time. We've got the 4 hour, which is obviously very bearish, and we've got a pullback candle, which is like the creation of support. And then on the new 4 hour candle, as it opens, what it did is it actually created that 5 minute bitch candle, which took the highs, okay, or the highs of the previous candle. And as it flipped bearish, I wanted to enter the trade, not straight away because I wanted it to confirm that it's pushing down. So just a couple of pips lower, I wanted to place a stop order. So as it started to move bearish, it would follow through and continue down either to, well, I think I was 100 pip take profit. So just around about here. So even before it got to the wick of the previous candle, I was coming out anyway, all right? So that's a fundamental part of this entry process. But as always, it's the GFX bitch candle, which is buddy it's gone. I can't appreciate how much power there are to these candles, whether it's on a 5 minute, 15 minute or 30 minute, right? When you couple that with additional confluences, for example, we've got the breakout of the opening range, we've got the VWAP from Frankfurt, which is holding. Okay, it's very important that it's holding, because if we'd pushed higher up, we would have looked for a similar trade higher up. Maybe, you know, we would have got the same sort of entry. That wasn't the case, obviously, so we just went with it. The 4 hour closed just where it did. We came up. Okay, so this is basically the wick creation of the 4 hour, and I thought, right, if it moves up, we're going to take an entry on the break of the lows and this candle here, and it just powered all the way through. We didn't actually incur any drawdown on this trade. If we look at that on the 1 minute time frame, okay, we've got maybe what, 15 seconds of drawdown before it just continues down. Bam. We did have a pullback, okay, but nothing to worry about. You could either have been at break even, or for me, I trusted the process enough to just allow my trade to do its business. My trading plan actually says allow one retest minimum on your entry, okay? Because a lot of the time gold will do that. It will move into profit, come back, retest your entry and drop again. So part of my trading plan is I'm allowed to have one retest on the entry and then let the trade do its thing. Once we move away again, we just move to break even, okay? So that was the trade on gold. It literally took 25 minutes to get 100 pips down. So yeah, nice day on my Futures Desk Evo Challenge. Account is now locked and we will look for the next trade. Hopefully do the same thing again tomorrow. Right, have a good day, guys.